Let's get straight into the analysis of Bayern 1 Inter 2. This is the moment where the game changed, in my opinion. When you're on top, momentum is on your side, the crowd is on your side. When you get these opportunities, you have to punish the opposition. In this moment of the game, Bayern Munich were on top. This was the moment the game changed for Simone Inzaghi, for Inter, and most importantly, the Inter players on the pitch. Michael Olise dribbling in and around these Inter players, dropping them on their arses. He puts it on a plate for Harry Kane, and Harry Kane misses. In my opinion, that's when momentum switched. That's when Inter got the reality check that, in my opinion, they needed from before kickoff, because the first 20 minutes, it wasn't a good watch. It wasn't a good performance. It was all Bayern Munich. This was the moment the game changed. Now, that's when the game changed. That's when Inter got the reality check that I felt like they needed from the first 60 seconds of the game. The first 20, 25 minutes of the game, Inter, they were sitting back. They were complacent. They were playing in first, second gear. It's like they weren't taking the game serious. That moment was the reality check that these Inter players needed, because after that, they stepped it up 2-3 gears and they scored a goal which, in my opinion, as of now, can be considered as the Champions League goal of the season. This is what you call a team goal. This is what you call a team punishing the opposition for the gaps they leave behind. This is what you call a goal where the team punishes the opposition and exploits their weakness. And the funny thing is, it starts from Jan Sommer. Jan Sommer, he was having the game of his life. And you could see he's on the ball. And he's literally looking at these Bayern Munich players and telling them, press me, press me. I want you to approach me. The moment Kimmich makes a run towards Jan Sommer, the ball goes long. Now, by that moment, all of the Bayern Munich, I said it in the preview, Bayern Munich, they like to play very narrow. As soon as the ball goes into Marcus Thuram in the centre, look at how many Bayern Munich players are on him in the centre of the field. Now, if all of your players are in the centre, guess what? Out wide, you're open. Out wide, you're vulnerable. For me, this was just a beautiful Inter goal because you could see the chemistry. They get the ball out wide. Bastoni. How many times do we say football? It's a game of small margins because it was a 50-50 between Bastoni and Olise. Bastoni comes out on top. That small margin is what aided Inter. He gets the ball out to Carlos Augusto. And listen, the cross was lovely. But for me, it's the intuition. For me, it's the chemistry between Martinez and Marcus Thuram. For me, it's the ability to execute something like this in a top flight game in the Champions League away from home. The flick by Marcus Thuram was amazing because the weight, the accuracy, the timing. He put it on a plate for his teammate. But guys, a Trivela away from home into the top corner. First time Trivela strike. Listen, this goal is a peach of a goal. This is hands down one of the loveliest goals I've seen this season. But this is what you call in-game dynamic. This is what you call chemistry to the highest level. The players know. Get the ball out wide. Me-make runs into the box. I will always peel off and wait just in case I get a rebound. Just in case one of my teammates flicks it into my path. That is a beautiful Inter goal. And Inter, across the world, they are known for being so direct, so dynamic. When they play on the front foot, this is what they can put out. What? Bayern Munich, they dominated the first 20-25 minutes. All it took was Inter. First serious attack. They carve open Bayern Munich. They exploit their weaknesses. And they put the ball into the top corner. What a goal. Now, after that, Inter continued to pile the pressure. But something which I saw, which I've seen a lot of criticism for online, is Inter, they set back in their shape of the 5-3-2. Let's just say the next 40 minutes after the Inter goal, Inter, they sat back. They invited pressure. And some might say Bayern Munich dominated Inter. Some might say Inter couldn't play their football. Some might even say Inter were lucky. But I always use this quote, like I love this quote. It's two contrasting play styles, two contrasting principles on the beautiful game. Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola likes to control a game of football with possession because that way he can dictate what his team does in possession. Somebody like Jose Mourinho was always the complete and polar opposite, where you can have the ball. My team, the way we position ourselves, our defensive structure, our pressing triggers will dictate what you do on the ball. And let's just say, guys, the second half, It was all Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich were just putting cross after cross after cross. They were playing to Inter's strengths. They weren't carving them open in the centre of the park. They were getting the ball out wide, getting that half yard, putting in a cross which is cleared by Pavard, putting in a cross which was cleared by HAJJBALL. And the thing is, Bayern Munich, they ended up scoring from a cross because, listen, when you invite pressure for an entire half of football, eventually there will be lapses of concentration. Eventually the physicality will begin to wear off. Eventually you get tired and eventually you snooze off. And when you look at Bayern Munich's goal, you could see Thomas Muller at the back post, unmarked, open. Inter's defence had fallen asleep. You could even make a case Inter had reached that stage where they were telling themselves, the game is nearly done. But nearly done is not done. Thomas Muller puts it into the back of the net. 1-1. And I was sat telling myself, listen, taking 1-1 to the San Siro, it's a good lead for Inter. But this is where sometimes I tell myself, when you sit back and you defend for so long, you preserve a lot of energy offensively. And guys, this goal, let's just say Bayern Munich had the lead for Bayern Munich were level for just 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Inter, once again, the first attack after they conceded. This is one of the most dynamic teams in the world when they want to be dynamic, when they want to be offensive, when they want to play on the front foot. For me, once again, Jan Sommer on the ball. Now you could see he's thinking fast. He finds Barella open in the second phase, feeds it into Barella. Barella, what a performance. What a performance. This dude was having serious fun out there. For me, man of the match contender. But for me, the man of the match was Lautaro Martínez. Now, he scored a beautiful goal, but I need you guys to focus on what Lautaro Martínez done in Inter's game-winning goal, because for me, this was the game changer. The ball is fed into Barella. Barella feeds it into Lautaro Martínez. Now, look at this touch where he completely changes direction. I can't show you guys videos. I can only show you guys in-game pictures. That touch completely fools the Bayern defender, sends him in the wrong direction, and it buys Lautaro Martínez 1-2 seconds on the ball. He feeds the ball out wide into the space, and now once again, it's all about capitalizing on the space out wide. I said it in the preview. Bayern's weakness is the space out wide. Inter get the ball out wide. They put a cross into the box. Frattesi off the bench. Once again, difficult finish to execute. The ball was smashed at him. For him to convert it into goal on his first touch, it's an elite goal. Listen, you go back, watch those goals, you tell yourself, oh, they were so easy to score. No, this is all about team chemistry. This is all about players being on the same page. This is all about attacking the space that the opposition leave in behind. This chemistry, guys. This inter-team, this chemistry from Sommer to Barella. Barella into Lautaro Martínez, not overdoing it. Straight in, passing the ball into space. First time crossing to the box. It's a beautiful goal. And some might turn around and say, Inter went to Germany and they won 2-1. And they were playing the game in third gear. What does the San Siro hold? I don't know. But let's just say the game ends Bayern 1. Simone and Inzaghi's Inter 2. They've got the cushion. They've got the advantage. They now take Bayern back home. And let's just say that 5-3-2 shape, that dynamism in attack, that aggression in the centre of the park, it's something Vincent Kompany's team struggled with. And I feel like at the San Siro, Inter will punish them once again. Now, I would appreciate if you guys subscribe, hit the like, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you guys on another one.